The governor and the Bali Regional People's Representative Council have given the development company 6 months to dismantle the glass elevator at Kelingking Beach in Nusa Penida. And a follow-up from last week's story, Mr. Terimakasih, absent from Bali police summons, Rupiah 80 billion investment case, flees to Malaysia. Stay tuned for details on these and other stories. Selamat pagi. Welcome to the latest news from Bali and Indonesia. This is November 26th, 2025. I was going to say 21. And my name is Bruce. And what is the weather like today? Well, the rainy season, of course, is here. Boy, we got a huge storm yesterday, and it lasted for 10 minutes. Everything got soaked, and then it just disappeared. Right now, at 8:23 in the morning, it is 29.6 degrees Celsius. The wind speed is 0.9 kilometers per hour. It is still. And the humidity is 74%. And so rain and shine, and well, common for this time of the year. And we're getting close to December. So lots of stuff here today, as usual, and other stories I'm not covering down in the description. And so let's get started with the glass elevator. The governor and the Bali Regional People's Representative Council, DPRD, have given the development company 6 months to dismantle the glass elevator at Kelingking Beach in Nusa Penida. The Bali Provincial DPRD recommended stopping the construction of a glass elevator at Kelingking Beach. This was revealed when the Bali Provincial Government and the Special Committee for Spatial Planning, Assets, and Licensing of the Bali Provincial DPRD held a press conference regarding the continuation of the construction of the glass elevator at Kelingking Beach. So the glass elevator is going to be stopped, and all costs incurred in dismantling the glass elevator are the full responsibility of the property development company. As per the time limit determined in accordance with applicable provisions, it is 6 months. If the dismantling of the glass elevator is not carried out by the development company within the specified time limit, then the Klungkung Regency Government, together with the Bali Provincial Government, will carry out the demolition of the building construction in accordance with the provisions of applicable laws and regulations. So, if the company decides, hey, you put a stop to this and we're just going to leave, we're going to pack up and go home, then the government is going to take over the cost of demolishing that monstrosity. Bali's governor, together with the regent of Klungkung, after observing 5 types of very serious violations and considering the interest of Bali's future in relation to protecting Bali's nature, people, and culture, and organizing culture-based quality and dignified tourism. Right. The governor of Bali and the region of Klungkung decided to take firm action after this project was 70% completed. We have ordered PT Indonesia Kaishi Tourism Property Investment Development Group to stop all construction of the elevator project, to carry out the demolition independently within a maximum of 6 months, and to restore the function of the space after the demolition within a maximum of 3 months. So, according to this, 9 months from now, everything should be gone and it should be back to the way it was before. And more on this, the construction of the glass elevator in Kelingking was a scam, the governor said. It does not have a permit from the Bali Provincial Government. The company has apparently not yet received permission from the Bali Provincial Government to build the elevator. This was stated by the governor at a press conference regarding the continuation of the construction of the glass elevator project. And this took place on Sunday, this past Sunday. The governor said there was no permit issued, no recommendation from the province of the Maritime Affairs Office, so it was actually fraudulent with the lift operating without a permit. And how did this happen? When asked about the Klungkung Regency Government's failure to secure the elevator construction, the governor argued that this was due to the OSS permit. That's because of the OSS. The OSS was just released, but there is no verification in the regions, so this is what happened. Meanwhile, regarding the 150,000 rupiah levy, this is a different issue, on foreign tourists, the governor explained that its allocation is clearly stated in the law and regional regulations, namely for the protection of culture and the natural environment. Currently, the total PWA that has entered is 330 billion rupiah, and by the end of 2025, it's estimated that it will reach 370 billion rupiah. Then 300 million is used for traditional villages per year, multiplied by the number of villages, 1,500, and so the total would be 450 billion rupiah. The users of the PWA are now all in one account. All revenue under the province's jurisdiction goes into one account, combined with other revenue. How do they keep that separate? So the elevator is going to be demolished, and if the company doesn't do it, the government's going to do it, and that's pretty much it in a nutshell. And so how did this thing that everybody knew about and was in the news all the time, why did they allow it to keep building? This is one of those mysteries that we have here in Bali. Well, maybe not so much of a mystery, but I'm a foreigner, so that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, and next up, Mr. Terimakasih. Mr. Terimakasih absent from Bali police summons. Rupiah 80 billion investment case flees to Malaysia. The alleged property investment fraud in Bali by Russian influencers, also known as Mr. Terimakasih, has entered a new and increasingly shocking chapter. After 29 foreign nationals from various countries filed 30 reports with a total loss of 80 billion rupiah, the 40-year-old man is reported to have fled to Malaysia and avoided the Bali police's summons for clarification. Sergei's failure to appear before the summons demonstrates the exact same pattern of evading questioning as he did when he was implicated in the fake license plate Lamborghini case in Denpasar in March 2023. You may remember that one. Came into the spotlight after dozens of foreign nationals accused him of defrauding them with promises of property investments that never materialized. The total reported losses, fantastic figure of 80 billion rupiah. Bali police investigators had previously sent a summons for clarification for Sergei to appear this past Friday. However, until the specified deadline, the influencer did not show any good faith in coming. It was later revealed that Sergei had already left Bali long before the summons was issued on Monday, November 17th. He was recorded as flying from the Soekarno-Hatta airport to Malaysia on October 30th. Even though the person concerned is abroad, the police are still trying to contact Sergei via telephone and WhatsApp messages. As a result, Sergei said he was unable to attend and promised to return to Bali after completing his affairs in Malaysia. The deputy of cyber research of the Bali Regional Police emphasized that the process of handling the alleged investment fraud case is still running according to procedure. Bali police ensure that all reports from foreign victims are processed professionally. He emphasized that Sergei's absence from the first summons did not stop investigators' steps. Yes, he didn't attend. Now we're waiting for his good faith to comply with the summons, explained the senior commissioner. However, with the large number of reports and his status abroad, investigators are said to be preparing further steps. If Sergei again ignores the next summons that will be issued soon, the option of issuing further legal action is on the table. This isn't the first time Sergei has disobeyed a police summons. The influencer made headlines in March 2023. At that time, netizens were shocked by the circulation of a video of a white Lamborghini passing through Denpasar using a fake license plate. In the viral footage, the driver is allegedly shown behaving arrogantly. After investigation, the car was found at a body shop in Denpasar. The vehicle was then secured and impounded. It was revealed that the license plate attached to it was not an official license plate. Well, yeah, of course. The original vehicle number in the document was recorded as D1 Feb with the owner in the name of a company in Bandung. The Lamborghini was known to be driven by Sergei. The inspection also revealed the vehicle's tax arrears reached 103 million rupiah. Tragically, while the clarification process was underway regarding the fake license plate case, Sergei was also suspected of immediately leaving Bali for Dubai. He failed to comply with police summons and is suspected of deliberately avoiding questioning, demonstrating a recurring pattern of avoiding legal proceedings. And I don't know how that case turned out. I don't remember how it turned out. If anybody knows and wants to leave a comment, please do. And some more on Nusa Penida in Klungkung. The problem with the glass lift has not yet subsided. Now there are lots of advertisements for plots in Kelingking. The beach is back in the spotlight after the controversy surrounding the glass elevator project has persisted. Now the cliffside land in the area has been featured prominently in several land sale advertisements. The advertisements advertise the plotted area as suitable location for villas, resorts, and restaurants offering ocean and sunset views. Price tag is set at 1.7 billion rupiah under the name Project 9 Kelingking Beach View. Some of the plots are also claimed to have already been sold. Land area 561 square meters, front width 16 meters times 41 meters. Legality is in the form of a freehold certificate. Conditions already have a terrace, 8-meter asphalt road and electricity poles. There's a diving spot near Manta Point, 35 minutes to the pier, 45 minutes to the city center, 5 minutes to Kelingking Beach, and 35 minutes to Pertama Hospital, according to the advertisement. Detik Bali tried to contact one of the advertisers to ask for details about the clifftop villas. However, the advertiser responded, "Sorry, I'm deactivating your ad for now. I still need to check the legality of the property with the listing provider." And the Klungkung government is monitoring the matter to see what's going on. It's located next to Kelingking Beach. If I'm not mistaken, it's been purchased by a third party, divided into plots, and put on the market. The location has been highlighted by the Bali Regional People's Representative Council, CRAP Special Committee. I don't think the issue is the sale of the site. It's the environmental destruction caused by the cliff demolition. This demolition has been going on for a long time, of course. I will immediately summon the owner to ask for an explanation as to whether they have obtained a permit to demolish the cliff. This stuff is, it's Wednesday morning. I need a good laugh on Wednesday, right? This is hump day. And some more Nusa Penida and the stuff that's going on over there. Nusa Penida Spatial Planning Supervision tightened. The decision to stop and dismantle the glass lift project has become a trigger for the Klungkung Regency Government to tighten spatial planning supervision on the tourist island. Think it's about time for that? The Klungkung Regent, Imade Satria, revealed plans to add dozens of personnel to the Civil Service Police Unit Sapol PP so that construction supervision is no longer as weak as it was before. He stated that the ideal surveillance requirement is 60 public order agency personnel, and that's a far cry from the current number, which is only 6. The shortage of personnel is one of the reasons for the rise in unauthorized construction over the past decade. It's taken a decade to figure this out. We have recruited 20 Sapol PP personnel from the PPPK, Community Development Planning Agency, this year, and they must be assigned appropriately to ensure they are able to monitor development on the ground. The focus must be on early detection, not simply taking action after violations occur. The region believes one of the root causes of the problem is the OSS, Online Single Submission System, which has left regions permit blind as many permits are issued without the involvement of the district government. With the issuance of Government Regulation number 28 of 2025 concerning the implementation of risk-based business licensing, the OSS mechanism has been tightened. Regions are required to conduct field verification and have the right to reject permits if they do not comply with the regional development plan. This PP restores regional authority to ensure development remains in line with the regional spatial plan, he emphasized. To strengthen oversight from the outset, the region also involved village heads throughout Nusa Penida as the vanguard of village-level oversight. He emphasized that development without complete permits must be halted immediately before it results in major violations. I have conveyed this directly to village heads in various face-to-face meetings. The village must be aware of any development projects. Therefore, if the permits are incomplete, It must be stopped immediately. The head of the Klungkung Public Order Agency added that his office is currently assessing how many new personnel can be placed in Nusa Penida, as the need on Klungkung mainland has also increased due to the deaths and retirements of officers. Furthermore, supporting facilities must be prepared. Development is permitted, but it must not be at the expense of the environment and local values. This case serves as a reminder that no further large investments should escape oversight. With tightened supervision and the addition of new personnel, the Klungkung Regency Government hopes to usher in a new era of tourism development in Nusa Penida, where economic growth goes hand in hand with environmental sustainability. So there's one of the popular buzzwords these days. All you have to do is say that you're building something that is sustainable and eco-friendly, and then it's okay. And these are all cases of when is not enough too much. And lots of opinions on this. People involved in the development business aren't happy with this whole situation because they said nobody will want to invest in Bali anymore. And people who want Bali to stay more natural and say that cultural tourism and the natural settings, the beautiful natural settings of this island are the reason why people come here, and should be the reason why people come here, not for elevator projects and all this other stuff that is being built here. I'm using the word stuff instead of another word that I'm thinking of that I'm not going to use. So that's where we are with development these days. And if you've watched this channel before, you know there are a couple of key words that don't seem to be used very often here. Cooperation between agencies and communication between everybody. But once this stuff hits social media, well, things get done quickly. That's it for today. Thanks for viewing. Be kind to someone today. Take care, and I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I will see you again next Wednesday.